What's poppin', my lyrical heads? This is another episode of Lyrical Minds. My name is Eves, and this is where I get the opportunity to interview various hip hop artists. And today I get the opportunity to interview my homeboy THEO. What's poppin', my guy? How you doing today?
Yo, my guy Hughes was good, man. It's been a hot second, bro. How you been?
Oh, bro, I've been, trying to live my best life, living the dream outside the military. It's greener on the outside. Let me just say that.
Yo, hey, no, like that's awesome, bro. Cause like I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Like obviously the military is for certain people. Me personally, I couldn't do it, but I respect you so much for actually, going through with that and everything. So that's dope. That's dope.
Oh yeah, it was. I learned a lot. It was a great experience, and trust me,
But
I appreciate it, man.
man, do you got the 49ers back there, man? Is that what I see there,
Oh yeah,
man?
yeah, yeah. I got that back there strong.
Uh
What's your team?
Man, I gotta rock with the Raiders. I'm from
Oh,
Vegas. I'm from Vegas. We never
this
had a
is
team, bro.
this is true. When they play, I root for them just because I'm from Vegas. But that whole Battle of the Bay issue thing. So I'm conflicted a lot of the times. But this is the team I still rock with.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I'll
I
be
feel
going
that.
to the
I feel
game
that.
next year though, and that's gonna be lit. I'm excited to.
Oh
Have you been
man,
to
that's
a
gonna be
game yet?
awesome. I haven't been to a game. I've been to a Golden Knights game, but I haven't been to an actual Allegiant Stadium game yet. I still gotta make my way
Yeah.
in, but it'll be dope though.
How was the Ghost Knights game? Because I haven't been yet.
That was actually pretty crazy because like they have a whole production really for the whole thing. You know what I mean? So it's not just like the people coming out playing hockey. Like they got the halftime game or the halftime show kind of like they got like people in the stands over here doing the drums and stuff. Like it's pretty dope, honestly. It's like a whole production.
Okay.
It's dope.
Oh, that's cool, man. Before we go on, I got a video to show you real quick. Don't worry, it's nothing
Oh yeah,
crazy. It's nothing crazy at all. I promise. Got it signed off from your manager.
no worries, man.
See who this right here.
Oh,
Yeah, Young Calvin.
oh, bro, man. Yo,
So
hey, the
so I
the
know.
paint game was still strong. The paint game was still strong.
So with that video, I know you've been rapping longer than your hair. So let me know, let
Yes.
me know, man, when you start rhyming.
Man, that actually, I want to say that started probably like I want to say like my freshman. No, that was like seventh grade, eighth grade. Was when I started to write
Yeah,
poetry, and then honestly, bro, I always been a simp for the females. I always try to find ways to talk to them, but I was just never vocal, and I wasn't social. But I could write, and then
right.
I'd be writing little love notes and give them to the females and everything. Get heart stomped on every time, until I
Oh.
finally learned. All right, now and hence why you get the other songs, tiptoe and the other songs, because it's like it
Exactly.
like kind of drags from that. But I've been really just spitting for man about 10 plus years now, like probably like 11 years. And just like I was
Okay.
telling you before, I like that because every year I get better and better and better and better. Like I
Right.
don't think that I'm at any level. I always think I'm here. So every year I'm always reset to here. I might go up here, but then I reset back here. So when
Right.
I have that mindset, I'm like, okay, I've been doing this for so long, 10 plus years. There's no way that you can still be inspired, right? Nah, I got tons of inspiration. So
Oh, okay. Where do you get your inspiration from?
biggest things is just like just honestly like natural just things that happen in life that we all go through,
Yeah.
my biggest thing in life was always I never had a filter, you feel me? So I
Me
always said
neither.
was on my oh no, oh trust bro, I remember in high school, bro. Yo, but since I didn't have a filter, bro, like that just kind of like made this whole thing where okay, like my inspiration is just being real and being honest, so if I can
Right.
find a way to connect to this person, and I used to get messages all the time from like people from high school like yo, like I just went through this and like your song like helped me through that, like that inspires me, you know what I'm saying, like
Got
The
you.
fact that somebody is like really listening to my stuff, like, yo, like you really helped me through this, and now I can take that, and be like, yo, that inspires me to keep making that, because I don't want to just make some whack stuff. Like that's not what this
Right.
is all about. Like there's definitely a level to it, but you never want to just be whack. You know what I mean? So
Right.
everything that I do has a purpose, and I guess the fact that my purpose could reach other people, that's my inspiration.
Got you. Yeah, you know the saying, if you're not getting better, you're getting worse. So always strive to get better, man. So
Facts.
I need to know, where did through hustle everyone overcomes came from?
Oh man. So I'm just a huge grinder, bro. Just like you, just like anybody. And which is why I think you really like kind of draw towards the brand more, is because the brand is based off of hustle. Like I'm talking
Yeah.
like, bro, when I actually started doing this, like I used to make some CDs. I used to go, like
Hmm.
hustle them out places that it wasn't working. I try to get mad shows everywhere. It kind of worked. I was getting just crappy label deals and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot to it, and that's why a lot of artists don't continue, is because there's so much work, bro. Like even where I'm at now, there's like 50 more levels I gotta go. You know what I mean? Like there's
Dang.
just so much work you gotta do. So you gotta work through hustle, and you have to keep that in your mind. Like, okay, so through hustle, everyone overcomes. All right, so if I'm gonna work my butt off, I'm gonna reap the rewards when it's time, you know, and that's the
Okay.
whole thing with it. So
Okay, because I was definitely curious. So I was like, where did THEO come from? And I realized it was an acronym. So, I had to ask you because I know people are curious about it.
yeah, now the funny thing is, the acronym came later. That's when I found, like I started doing the business stuff, right? Started like looking at myself as a business more, and not just, like not just a rapper. I was like, okay, so where that originally came from was my designer. He's on my team. His name is Dream Rich, really dope cat. He kind of he just asked me. He was like, okay, if you're trying to make your merch, he was like, what does THEO stand for? And I was like,
Mm.
I don't know. And he was like, what are you trying to do here? Like, what's your, like, what is it? And then he was like, through, through what? Like, are you trying to accomplish? And I was like, through hustle, everyone overcomes. And literally, bro, like, I promise you, I've been so, like, I've been hated on, I've been downgraded,
Right.
I've been people in the past you seen that really didn't believe I could do any of this.
Right.
And I kept hustling. And like that's what everyone would always tell me, like, yo, you're such a hustler, you're such a grinder, like I love your passion. So that's where it came from. Was okay, so through
Right.
hustle, everyone overcomes. And that's for anyone. That's not just for me. Like that's for the next kid that's at sector that's trying to, write a couple raps in the library or
Right.
at lunch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So keep your hustle up and keep going through, because when you follow your own hustle, you're literally gonna do what you want to do. Like you're following your own hustle, bro. Like no one's telling you what to
Definitely.
do. You know what I mean? But you're
Definitely.
making it work.
Yeah. A lot of times I see, I'm like a very competitive person, but I more see it as it's a me versus me type of person. I'm not in competition with anyone else. So that's how I look at it a lot of the times.
Same.
So in the rap game, who do you admire? Who's your top three artists that aren't J. Cole or Kendrick nor Drake? Who you got?
All right. My top three. It's gonna be some cats y'all probably don't even know. My first one is definitely John Bellion. Bellion.
Oh
Dope
no, I know
cat.
who he is. I
Okay.
like him. He got
Yeah.
a
No.
nice flow. He got a
So what's
unique
crazy?
flow.
Very unique, and
Yeah.
like how he puts his words together. Like, that's one of my influences. You could definitely hear it in me, like the way I be talking and stuff, and how I be doing things. He's crazy cool. Another one a lot of people don't know, but his name is Travis Thompson. Uh,
Okay.
the
Don't know
cat,
this one.
bruh. So this cat actually, he was picked kind of by Macklemore, to go on
Mhm.
tour with him and stuff. So he was kind of like raised a little bit more in it, but his message, everything he talks about, what he's about, he reps his city just like I rep my city. You know what I mean? And like I've been following the cat for a minute. And then I'd say one other inspiration. Oh man, I gotta take it to the bat. Joey Bat. Joey Bat. That's one of my
Oh, okay.
biggest. And Joey is my favorite because like when I heard Waves, like bro,
Right.
like bro, when I heard Waves, I was like, who this? Who this? Hold up. So I started kind of listening to the storytelling, and like how
Mhm.
he actually did the storytelling stuff like that. And I fell in love with it, bro. So I'd have to say those are my top three probably.
Got you. Okay. So I know you slowly on a come up in Vegas, which I am totally very proud. It's great to see your progress through it. And like I'd seen recently, you've been on Las Vegas Weekly, man. How did that come about?
Man, so that was actually, man, you did your research, man. I appreciate you,
Oh,
bro.
most
No,
definitely.
no, but that actually happened. So the one of the producers that I linked up with, obviously on the project, Quick made it. He's the main producer on the whole thing.
Okay.
So he's the one that was like, "Hey, you should probably try to, like, reach out to some people, try to get, get in a weekly or something." I was like, "Bro, that ain't gonna happen." He's like, "No, just try." All right, cool. So, and that's a huge thing too. Is with Quick, he's super humble, but he works just as hard as I do, and he's he saw that, so he was like, "Yo, so." It just makes sense, like if you're a producer and you're gonna work with the artist, you might as well help them promote it. The art, you know what I mean? Like it's your beat. You might as well do it because then if you know
Yeah.
it's a good song, it's gonna get the exposure. So that's what he did with me. So he's like, yo, you should reach out to her. Now I do have some artist friends that they're like, hey, reach out to her, reach out to her, reach out to her. When someone's constantly getting a reference of other people, saying
Right.
reach out, reach out, reach out, and I actually reach out at the time that they tell me to reach out, she's not going to respond to me. And the reason why is because she knows that the reason why I'm reaching out is because someone told me to reach out. So I
Hmm.
approach it so much differently. I told her, hey, my name is Theo. I'm an artist out here. We do have mutual people, but I wanted to just introduce myself. I didn't send no links, no nothing. Bro, tell me why she said, "Cool, nice to meet you." I might be running, through the whole like um, local music stuff here soon again,
Right.
and if I like it, I'll reach out. Okay, cool, bro. A month later, she reaches
Hmm.
out after I already dropped Swinging Piece. Then when I dropped Chose Violence, she reached out and was like, "Hey, I want to put both of your singles in the thing." So, which is how I know she was paying attention and she was doing the research. She looked at my website. She looked at the, what I'm saying. So that's why, like, I've always been a
Okay.
proper planning, person. So she just everything was there for her to grab, and she grabbed it. And then hopefully we should be getting a page and like a whole page in a weekly soon. We should be
Dang,
getting
that's
that for the
crazy,
project.
man. So
We
how did
should
that make
be.
you feel when she hit you up and was like, "Hey, I want to get you on the magazine"?
that that let me know that she actually paid attention, like, and that it was it wasn't just like, oh, all these ears, or mouths saying, hey, Theo, Theo, Theo. It was like, no, like, I directly went to her. She said,
Right.
I'll get back to you, and she did her research on me. You know what I'm saying? So um that made me feel like low key just professional,
Yeah.
okay, so this is how it is when everybody in this industry moves professionally. Okay, bet. Like, this is cool. Like, that shows me like that she took me seriously enough to look my stuff up. Just like if
Right.
I'm trying to, submit to your podcast to get on your podcast, right? I'm gonna look your stuff up, go to about section, go to your website, all that, just so I can see the
Exactly.
credentials. So that's what I really respected about it, to be honest. So
Oh,
it's
that's
still
what's up.
crazy. It's still crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, definitely, man. I wouldn't know how I would feel if that would happen, but that's it is crazy, man. And like I said, very, very proud. But
Thank
on
you.
this new EP of yours, No Genre, where did that come from?
The title basically came from not really that you can't categorize the songs in any kind of genre. It's not really that. It's more so when you look up the definition of the word genre or just your own personal definition of genre, it's really used to categorize something, right? So
Yep.
like, what's your genre of music, your genre of this, whatever. So I personally I just don't like boxes, man. I don't like to be confined to something. I don't like when people say, "Oh, you're a bro." I used to be called a Christian rapper. I used to be called a lyrical rapper. I used to be called a conscious rapper. I was called a mumble
Right.
rapper at one point because I tried one style one time, and the dude was
Right.
like, "Oh, you're a mumble rapper now." So it's just a bunch of stuff with it, to be honest. But
Oh
yeah.
no, I totally feel that. I don't like being put in boxes neither. I don't like being restricted or confined to certain things. Like I don't like it. So I get the whole title no genre. I totally get it now.
And I mean, don't get me wrong, you can still relate it back to the whole thing of like, every song literally. Now the ironic part of it is that every song is its own like sound in its own like
Right.
genre, I guess you could say. But the fact that every song is very unique in its own self is that it's like that makes it its own genre. Like so, ironically, it's becoming its own genre now that people are listening to it and they're like, "Yo,
Mm,
like every song is different, but it has its own vibe and it flows." You know, so
definitely.
like after it's a classic and people have been listening to it and listening to it, no genre will be a genre.
Yeah. Dang, you really thought about this. Dang, I respect that. On this EP, there's not a lot of EPs or like albums I can listen to straight. Um, this one I can listen to completely straight and vibe to. There's no
Oh
skipping
man.
songs, but the first song, the skit on the song, and if you haven't listened to it, you got to go listen to it. That thing had me in tears, man. Oh, that was hilarious.
Bro, you it had me in tears watching my boy do it. So my boy Ricky B, he actually he recorded that for me like literally on the spot, and it was improv. It was no, I think he wrote down a couple things, but it
Right.
it wasn't supposed to be like it was supposed to be like just like sporadic, you know, like who Billy. So
Yeah.
the just real quick, Billy is actually from his mixtape series. So he used to have some mixtape series like the Entree. I forgot all the other ones, but he used to have a whole bunch of mixtapes, and it was like related around like like food and like catering. Like the
Right. Yeah.
entree, the main course, the like that. So every time he would have this little kid Billy on the
Right.
skits. So then I was like, yo, dog, it'd be dope if you brought Billy back. So he brought Billy back and then, did the whole thing. But he's a dope, super dope artist, too, as well. Super dope guy. But yeah,
Right.
that's the funny part behind that. And he's kind of a comedian too in his own way. So he thought of that whole thing like on the spot. I was like, man, had me
Yeah.
dying. Like
If you need a good laugh, go listen to that skit. It will have you in tears. I guarantee you.
gasping for air.
So the first song on it, WYBA. What was the inspiration on that joint?
So a huge thing that I realized when I hopped out into the scene and started performing and stuff, every time I would go in and then I would like kind of ghost out, disappear, right? And then
Right.
people would just be like, "Yo, Theo, where you been at, bro? Like, what's up? What's up?" Or I would pop up to events and like, "Theo, where you been at?" And then I had made this like when I was like I had just got done being like basically homeless. And when
Right.
I just got done being in that kind of range, I, found my life again, things going on the up and up, not tripping no more. Then I
Right.
was like, okay, I'm a huge, I should have put him in my thing, but I'm a huge RZA fan. I just really Wu Tang in general, honestly.
Ooh.
But that's where that bar, of course, you're gonna go into it later, but that's where that kind of comes from, where it was like, okay, like I I wanted to make something where it was like a comeback track, like that's that track where if you've been through anything in life, if you've been through anything crazy, if you got, a lot of stress on you, a lot of negativity in you, but then you come back and you bounce back, that's that bounce back record. So if you listen to all the bars, that's why I chose not to do two verses. If you listen, I did two hooks and I went all the way through with
Yep.
one verse, but it's written like it's in two verse form. So it's like all the way through, but it's two verses. It sounds like one verse,
Oh,
but
okay.
it's literally two verses. So, and that's so people can really hear the story of what I was doing. Like literally, like that's the whole point of it. And I was like, okay, like Theo, where you been at? Like where you been at? Like that's
Yes.
like this is where I've been at.
Yeah.
This is what I've been doing. This is the craft I've been perfecting. These are the plans I've been making. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of like just giving the people the blueprint to the tape. Now that they're listening to it, they're like, oh, so this is what you've been up to.
Got you. And that's pretty much what I got from the song too. Is like, yo, where you been at? And you're like, man, I'm out here grinding. I'm out here trying to get after it. That's pretty much what I got from it. So everything you said is pretty much what I got from it, man. And we can
Facts.
we can pretty much dive into this song. You know what I mean? Because this song is probably it's between this one and another one that we're gonna get into, and it's tough to pick which one I like more.
It's hard, man. It's hard. It's hard. I ain't gonna lie. It's tough.
Oh, big facts. All right, let's hear it.
Hey, my boy, quick just entered the building. Hey, noise. I think we got one here, man. I wanna know what it is. Yeah, they be like, Theo, where you been at? I've been on my Delo, kicking on my solo. Hold up. They be like, Theo, where you been at? I've been on my Delo, kicking on my solo. Okay. They be like, Theo, where you been at? I've been on my Delo, kicking on my solo. They be like, Theo, where you been at? I've been on my Delo, kicking on my solo. They be like, Theo, where you been at? I've been on my dolo, kicking on my solo. I ain't had no plan, boy, I did it with no promo. Yet the city play my music and they got it stuck in roto. This that independent grind, straight from RZA mind. Get a brand created and package it in disguise. Man, the movement I'm creating, the only one in my eyes. So when I'm out here writing movies, there shouldn't be no surprise. I put my 10,000 hours to beats I would soon devour. Notice that in this game, my knowledge is really power. So at the age of 17, I studied my concepts. At 25, I fell a little bit, but I found depth. So if you bet that I would give up soon, look, it's not that. I formulated my plan to get me on this map. And God is my witness, I'll never stray from the vision. No matter what y'all try to do, my words will cut like incision. And while they steady in the back, they tryna move with intention. With no drive, like they missing transmission. Okay, this life isn't given, so what you fall if you risen. It ain't about the times you fail, it's that one time that you get it. And even if you think you got it, like you Jimmy Neutron, no matter how big your brain is, my boy, you still could be wrong. Look, every day I wake up grateful that a brother's still breathing. I'm just trying to fit the pieces to this puzzle and leave it, believe it. I'm Uzumaki with confidence, but I'm never cocky. I went from kitchens to stages, my boy, so who can stop me? I'm talking bunkhouse to Brooklyn Bowl, ain't nobody sign me. It's only right that I do it twice, like I'm hitting Siamese. I'm understanding the politics in this game is heavy. I got the city on my back, I'm trying to be like Chevy. I'm chasing everything that I want in this vision. My life is different. You sucked on me, hater, you will regret it, but still, they be like, Theo, where you been at? I've been on my Delo, kicking on.
Man, there's a whole lot of crazy bars in that thing, man. I didn't
There's
know
a
what
lot
to
of
do with
bars.
myself.
A
Said,
lot
get
of
a
bars
brain
on that one.
created. Yeah, man. He said, get a brand created and package it in disguise. The movement I'm creating is the only one in my eyes. When I'm out here writing movies, it shouldn't be no surprise. I gotta ask, man, what you mean by that?
All right, so the whole point is to Jay Z this thing, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm trying to Master
Okay,
P. I'm trying to Jay Z this thing. Don't get me wrong. I love music, but it's to really get me into what I want to do. I low key want to be a writer for scripts, bro. I want to do voice acting. I want to be an actor. So the
right,
way that I can get into it is that's where the whole part, with RZA being my, kind of inspiration there, where it's like, okay, this that independent grind, like straight from RZA mind, get a brand
right,
created. I got the brand. I finally had my homie Zach. Shout out to Zach Gomez. He made my logo. Got everything going. Now we're gonna get the merch. You know what I'm saying? Now we got
right,
the project. Package it in disguise. The movement I'm creating, the only one. So the only entertainment is my actual company that I'm building to basically funnel everything to have
right, right.
for any entertainment stuff that I want to do. But it's gonna be LC'd up all that. So that's where it all came from, right there. You know.
Okay, I was curious on that one, and yeah, man, it had me thinking. I was like, what do you mean by this? Is he trying to maneuver in different avenues? And yeah, man, I don't blame you. You got to be like Jay-Z. I'm not a businessman. I'm the business, man. That's what you got to
Yes.
think, man.
And
So
the
I
crazy thing
I
with it
definitely feel
too,
that. Yeah.
yeah, no, and the crazy thing with that one specifically, even with that bar, is that it's it's also kind of like an ode to RZA too. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
that's what he did as well. If you really like, if true fans know, like he used his music. What is he doing now? Writing his own movies. You know.
Yep. Yeah.
So that's kind of like a little foreshadowing to people saying like I have the RZA mindset, you know what I'm saying? Like, so like when I'm out here writing movies, there should not be a surprise. You shouldn't be like, oh wait, Theo's in a movie? Nah, there shouldn't be no surprise. It should be like, oh, Theo's in a movie. All right, you know what I mean?
All right. All right. Yeah. Yeah. He made it. He made it. He finally did what
Like
he wanted to do.
just because I make it sound really good, like that's where some people, and that's the whole trick of like making the music sound really good sonically, is that it's gonna
Right.
keep people coming back to it. But if it didn't sound sonically that good and you just heard just the raw stuff, you're gonna pay
Mhm.
attention to the bars the second you hear them. But that's why, I'm very good at melodically saying things or melodically rapping, whatever. But
Mhm.
don't let the voice fool you, man. The bars are there. I promise you. I still talk my same stuff that any other rapper out here be talking. I just do it in a very, very, very different way than a lot of cats do.
Got you. And just to let you know, man, you can say anything you want. Everything's gonna be beeped out because I see. I
Oh, okay.
no, you stopped yourself. You can say it's okay.
All right, bet. Yeah, man. I was trying to keep it a little PG.
No, like it's really all up to you, man. That's exactly why I do what I do, and I just beep stuff out because I don't want to put you in a box. I want you to be
Bet.
yourself and just do it. I'm not saying come on here and drop a whole lot of f bombs. No one's saying that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I just want you to be pretty much you.
I bet,
In there, you
bet.
said at the age of 25, I fell a bit, but I found death. What did you take a hiatus or were you just plotting and scheming for your next move?
So basically, so I'm trying to think of that bar specifically. Was yeah, so at 25 is when, so from like 17. So at the age of 17 is when I studied my concepts, like that's when I
Right, yeah.
started like writing and learning how to do this stuff. And then now the whole thing is coming to mind. Okay, now that I'm 25, I'm 28
Right.
now, obviously, but when I was 25, I found depth, but that was a kind of a double entendre for I
Okay, I
found
got
depth in myself. I found depth of who I need to be and what I need to do, but I
you. Mhm.
also found depth because I really fell through some hard times in life. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
obviously depth means, kind of going deeper. So I fell in multiple ways in just one. A lot of people are not going to catch that, but that's the whole point.
Yeah, okay. I got that. I got that. Then these last three bars had me going crazy. Well, not the last bars, but no matter what y'all try to do, my words cut like incisions. While they steady in the back, they trying to move with intention. All with no drive, like they missing transmission. I was like, ooh, I was like
Oh
bars.
man. No, like, but that's where I kind of travel back to what I was saying before. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm super respectful, bro. But there's so many cats in high school that was trying to tell me that I can't do what I need to do because I'm not doing this and not doing that, and oh, I'm doing shows and you're not, bro. Those same cats right now are literally doing nothing. I've trumped over those same cats in the most respectful way. I'm not I'm not tripping no more. I'm
Right.
like, you know
Yeah.
what, like, and that's why they stopped because with no drive. Like a lot of
Hmm.
people don't have drive. People want the end result. They want the accolades, all that, but they don't have drive to get there, bro. Like at all. Like no drive. Like the second they gotta find out that they gotta put in a little bit of work, on. Like
Big facts. Big
out.
facts. A lot of
And
people
that's
don't
what
have
weeds
ambition.
out. No ambition at all, bro, at all.
No.
And then so like what happens is that weeds out the cats that actually like basically weeds out the boys from the men. So yeah, it
Yep.
might have took me 10 years later, but 10 years later I'm doing way more than you ever did with your passion. You know what I'm saying? So that's where that kind of came from.
Okay. Now, the RZA voice, I mean the RZA line, you kind of already discussed it. I don't know if you want to dive into it even more.
So the rhythm one is definitely I watched a lot. I was watching a lot of his show on Hulu. And
Oh yeah, I love it. Love the show.
bro, it's one of my favorite shows. Crazy.
Yeah.
So when I had saw what he was doing, and I was like, man, like obviously I knew about Wu Tang and everything, but just to see it, you know what I'm saying, like, and see what they were doing, I was like, whoa, like that's
Hmm.
crazy how just like, and that's kind of where the whole song came from. Like, don't get me wrong, it's called Where You Been At, but and there's one line about RZA in it, but if you listen to the other lines, it kind of ties into him too as well, and
Right.
um I didn't want to, like shout out in a weird way. That's why I was like this, that, like straight from RZA mind, get a brand created.
Hmm.
And he's the main one that
Right.
easily, he got the brand, he got the logo. He said, hey, I need you to make this logo. He got the logo done. Then he got everything else. So it's just crazy how people like him, artists like Jay-Z for the Blueprint, like these cats have given us there's multiple cats, what I'm saying? Like if you pay attention, Nas, there's multiple this is multiple cats that have
Yeah.
definitely given us, little breadcrumbs to be like, hey, what I'm saying? Like this is how you probably should be moving a little bit.
Oh yeah,
But
definitely. Like a lot of
uh
Hobson, Tech Nine. Yeah, man.
Tech Nine,
There's a
yeah,
bunch, bro, that are like
a bunch.
started as independent and had to grind to get where they are. So that's crazy, man. That you like look up to them as you should, though, as you should. And what is this next line? I'm trying to fit the pieces of this puzzle. I'm leaving, believe it. I would like the vision of that is like I'm leaving this legacy. I'm fitting these pieces and trying to make my legacy and make my mark in the music game or just in life and period.
Bro,
That's what
you
I got
you
from
hit it. You hit it
that.
right on it, right on the nail. And then, of course, I'm a huge anime fan, so I used to watch a lot of Naruto coming up, and everybody always, made fun of Naruto. And you're like, oh, he's too cocky. He's too cocky. That's what I say. Like I'm Uzumaki with confidence, but I'm never cocky. Like I went from kitchens
Right.
to stages, my boy. So who can stop me? And I'm talking bunkhouse or Brooklyn Bowl. Ain't nobody sign me. It's only right that I do it twice, like I'm hitting Siamese. And it's just like,
Ooh, that was the
oh,
next line I'm about to get into, and you already said it. But bro, the
yeah, we can,
setup to the
I
punchline.
can, yeah, no, I can leave you that one there. But just the first part, like it's just so much. Like, yeah, you're right, man. There's a lot of bars in this one.
Yeah, there is, man. There's a lot. I was like, that's what I said, bro. I had to pause it. I was like, ooh. I was like, ooh, like I'm hitting Siamese. I had to pause it. I went crazy. I didn't know what to do.
But that's where the whole thing comes in play. Where like even one of my OGs told me, he was like, "Yo, like you have a secret power." He's like, "You can morph your voice into anything. You can make it sound, any kind of way. You can make it sound sweet for the ladies. You can make it sound rugged for the fellas. Yeah, like."
Yeah.
He was like, but just keep that message. Like always keep the message so sharp that it'll cut either way. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Whether I'm gonna be, like talking to everybody like this or rapping like this. Either
Right.
way, my message is gonna be so sharp that you ain't gonna be able. You're gonna be like, oh man, wait, hold up. I I I could be singing a whole project in straight R&B vocals, bro, and I promise you, those lyrics will still hit you just the same way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, that thing hit hard, man. Just the setup to the punchlines, the Siamese, man. I was like, oh, why'd you do him like that? Why'd you do the beat like that? Why'd you spaz out like that? What
uh,
did the beat ever do to you?
but did you catch it though? Did you catch the other part to that?
Hold on. Simon. No, I didn't. What's the next part?
So the other parts of that is obviously like, like Siamese twins twice, two, whatever.
Right,
But it's also like I made it to the Brooklyn Bowl, you know what I'm
right.
saying? Like by myself. So it's only fitting that I make it back there again, like for a second time, twice in a row,
Right.
like I'm hitting Siamese twins.
Siamese.
Like
Oh yeah. I
so
got that. Yeah.
as if I were like, like piping down Siamese girls. Like that's what I mean? Like that's the
Okay.
whole idea of the, just the kind of but yeah,
Oh,
but
okay.
that's
I got man.
yeah.
I got that. I got that part. That's what I thought you would talk about anyways. But like, yeah,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
trying to go back like I'm hitting Siamese like back to back. Yeah, bro. I got like I said, that line right there, man, just had me go crazy in the house.
Man, I appreciate that, man. That's awesome to hear.
Yeah, man, it is crazy. But this next joint, you slow it down a little bit. Tiptoe. What was the inspiration on this joint?
Oh man, I just go through a lot of relationships with females. Like to be honest with you, not in a bad way. It's just like one of those like I'm always going through just like shit with it.
Right.
So it's like I try to like escape from it, because it's just like
Yeah.
this is when I was also like couch surfing at the time. I wasn't really I was homeless, couch surfing, whatever. And I was still like that's the crazy thing. I was still getting play from the honeys, but it was like it was a whole bunch of
Mhm.
tiptoeing, bro. Like it was like
Right.
tiptoeing over this and I'm like, bro, I can't do this no more. So I had made this song.
Mhm.
And funny thing is, it's been through 3 different beats. So
Oh,
oh yeah. Like I wrote this like probably 2 years ago. like probably 2 3 years ago.
So
And
why'd you end up with this beat?
because I was signed to a label at the time, and it just wasn't really like what I thought it would be. You know what I'm saying? They were just like, oh yeah, they gassed it up. You know, they don't make it work. And obviously, you know, when you're recording under there for free, you know, contracts are involved. That's not my song. It's not my beat anymore. I still own my lyrics, but it's not my beat. So I transferred it to another beat, and then even no, the original beat to it is from YouTube. So then I brought that beat to the producer at the label. He went ahead and reproduced that beat. Then I left the label, and then I ended up with this producer Quick, and I went on BeatStars, and I was just looking down, and it said Quick made it. I was like, okay, cool. Let me check him out because I had met him at a prior event here locally in the city, and then next thing you know, like the BPMs matched, bro, the vibe matched. I was like, oh, bet, but it needed a second verse, so that's when I wrote the second verse. So the fun fact about that song, the verses were written 2 years apart.
Oh wow, that's crazy because it does not sound like it at all, and that's very hard to do to make it flow like that. That's impressive.
That's why
that's really impressive.
Thanks, man.
But for pretty much what I got from the song was you're not trying to tiptoe around this relationship and these relationships, and you're not trying to beat around the bush, but you're not looking for anything serious. You're just trying to chill. That's what I got from
it. That's literally, bro. And like it's crazy because like I'll have women like, and that's the whole like kind of like where I'm trying to like I guess my a little bit is where it sonically sounds really, really pleasing to the ear, right? Like it sounds really good. Like, but when you take the lyrics out, it is not in the favor of anyone at all. Like it's you're probably like, I mean, for the fellas, yeah, because we could relate to that, you know. But for the females, they might not like it at first because they're like, wait, what's he saying? And I've just dealt with this in person. Like, it's so funny. Like, they're like, yo, I like this. And out of nowhere, they're like, wait, what did you say? I'm like, but like, honestly though, like, I don't deal with that now. It's just like I said, those are just like some kind of past things that I was going through. And that's my biggest way of getting over stuff is to write it out, make a song about it, then I get over it.
Yeah. I was gonna say, some people don't even listen to the lyrics, man. You got a good beat, you can just vibe to. That's what I feel like what Drake does. If you listen to his lyrics, they're not all. I'm not gonna say they're trash, but they bounce around. There's no single topic. You know what I mean? He just kind of over the place. But his beats though, and the hook, that's what gets everyone. That's really what gets everyone. But you got the beats, the hook, and the lyrics, and that's hard to do, man.
Man, no, I appreciate that, man. And like that's where that, you know, put in that 10,000 hours is, you know, like that's even where that, you know, bar comes from too, you know, like I put my 10,000 hours to beats I would soon devour, you know, and man, that's what I did.
Yeah, so we're gonna dive in this song and vibe to it real quick.
I don't really wanna tiptoe through this whole thing with you. Gotta be a little frank with you. I don't really need no girl by my side, but I vibe with you. I was only trying to give you the truth. Yo, dealing with these women in a different position. Boy, I'm seeing how they move and I'm checking their vision. This is everything I wanted, but there's something I'm missing. If I can get it how I get it, then I know that I'm living. Okay, the way you looking at me, kinda different vibe. That I was messing it up, but now that wasn't right. You got attached to me, now you can't let me slide. Girl, I was that nice guy once, but then I found my pride. Okay, no more hitting up these females. Man, I be seeing how they plotting and it's all sales. And every sign that I get, it's like a telltale. See, when you talk, you break loose, just like it's all hell. And I don't need that kind of energy. See, every time that you talk about it, you draining me. If he your ex, then move on and let it be. Cause right now, you coming off so heavily and I can't even breathe. I really wanna tiptoe through this whole thing with you. Gotta be a little frank with you. I don't really need no girl by my side, but I vibe with you. I was only trying to give you the truth. I don't really wanna tiptoe through this whole thing with you. Gotta be a little frank with you. I don't really need no girl by my side, but I vibe with you. I was just only trying to give you the truth. Yo. respect, I really only gave neglect. See, if a man is being honest, then that's disrespect. I've been through too many women, ain't trying to gloat about it. I'm talking both the single woman and the ones with spouses. And when I just want the physical, they be so astounded. Like, how the hell you gon' cheat with me, but you feeling crowded? I know you got a whole situation and all. Respectfully, I'ma dip if I see that he get involved. I've been dealing with these women in my stress, but I ain't about to lose no sleep, so I put it to rest. Look, I ain't trying to tiptoe because I can't let go, so I just put walls up. I feel like I'm Jericho. Okay, I'm feeling like that nigga named Smino. I'm just trying to smoke, but she playing like Gambino. Childish, this is every reason I don't date. I'd rather be alone than have to settle for my fate. I don't really wanna tiptoe through this whole thing with you. Gotta be a little frank with you. I don't really need no girl by my side, but I vibe with you. I was only trying to give you the truth.
Man,
And
that's it right
that's
there,
how
bro. I can really vibe to, and I can relate to a certain extent. You know what I mean? But
yeah, I
yeah,
mean, yeah.
I can see how it can rub some females wrong, most definitely. But for us men, a lot of us can relate to this.
Yeah, bro. And like the crazy part is, I'm not even talking about me cheating. Like that's the thing. Like
Yeah, yeah,
in
yeah.
the second verse, like it's not me cheating, it's I'm TD. Like I never know that I'm part of a situation until
Mhm.
I'm entered into the situation. You know what I mean? And then I'm like,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah, man.
So
I was gonna ask because I did not want to speculate in that second verse at all.
nah, nah. I trust me, I do not condone cheating. I never cheated on anybody. But I definitely have been the one who, like the one, I guess the one to cheat with. And it's like
Right, you was the you said.
basically, you know what I'm saying? I was gonna just, just in layman's terms, I was and like the funny part is I'm cool. I was cool with being in there. I'm like, bro, if I'm gonna be a side, right, like let
Right,
me know. But just don't just like basically tiptoe through this shit, like
right.
acting like we something and we're not. And then there's been girls or women that I've like like definitely tried to talk to or whatever, bro. And it's always
Mhm.
something. It's like everything's going good, and then it backtracks. Then it goes good and back. Kind of find out they got a whole ex-husband that they still talking to, or a whole, what I'm
Ooh,
saying, or like a whole,
yeah,
and it's so like I don't want to tiptoe. Tell me what it is. Tell me what
right.
it's not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel
That's
that.
where
I
you're
feel that a lot. In that first verse, you was like, I was a nice guy once, but I found my pride. What you mean by that one? I can assume, but I want you to tell the people.
at. Nah, bro. If anybody knew me in high school, bro, I'm gonna keep it 100 stacks, no backs. Look, no cap in my rap, bro. I was in my eyes, I saw myself as a whole L7 weenie, bro. Like I didn't I didn't, bro. Like, yeah, bro. Like I really like lost a lot of pride with but just like in general, like there's so
Yeah.
many times I held my tongue or I didn't do certain things because I was like,
Mhm.
but now it's like I found my pride. Like
Yeah.
I'm not going through that anymore. I'm not taking that abuse. I found my pride, So
Yeah.
sometimes
Exactly.
as men we kind of like suppress our pride, what I'm saying, for the betterment of other people.
Yep.
And
A lot.
it, even my OG had told me, he was like, yo, like, don't get it wrong. Pride is something that is definitely not supposed to be overdosed on, but it's something that's supposed to be
Yep.
used. Like, like a man's pride is like like Popeye spinach, like high key, bro. Like it feels us
Yeah.
to actually, like work hard and like get this done. Like I take pride in this project, you know what I'm saying? So that's
Right.
where that kind of line came from. Was like, now I found my pride. So
Got you. And this thing made me mad because you kind of like smack your lips and you were like, see, every time you talk about it, you're draining me. If he's your ex, then move on and let it be. I was because you went, and I was like, yep, that right there, man. I love that line just because the in the beginning.
but like and that goes back to me like making just like relatable. Like I know every relate to just that sound because you know what it is. It's like, bruh, why are you talking about, like, as soon as you hear
Yep.
the name come out in your head, you say, like, why
Come
are you
on,
talking about it, bro? Like, like, if he your ex, then move on, like that. And the funny part about that line, just to let you know, is like there was this girl that I when I was like kind of going through some tough times, she
right.
came over, whatever. and the weird thing is she was flirting with me the whole time, but
Mhm.
then she had just broke up with her ex, and she kept
Okay.
talking about him the whole time. And I'm sitting there like, and like the whole time, bro. The next day, I ended up writing that, and like I was like, if you're your ex, then move on and let it be, because right now you coming on so heavily, and I can't even breathe. It's like your energy is
Yeah.
so like to the brim that because you have all this negative energy coming from your ex, you can't even like talk to me about nothing. You know what I'm saying? You can't
Yeah.
even like vibe with what I got going on. So
Yeah, man. It just made me laugh because I do that a lot. And come on, man. Are you serious right now?
right.
It's just pretty funny. And then in the second verse, since you kind of already said it, but there's this line, I'm just trying to smoke, but she playing like Gambino childish. And I was like, ooh, the wordplay. The play on words right there. I loved it. It was very clever. Very clever.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that because like that's probably one of my favorite lines like there. Like actually those last two lines right there. Um, A, I love Smino. That's one of my favorite artists too, as far as like just like one of the newer age artists. But
Right.
like
Be nice.
he be smoking, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just trying to smoke,
Yeah.
like and that was just one of those like kind of things that I wanted to visualize like for a woman how we see it. Like as a man, it's
Yeah.
like I'm just trying to smoke, like that nigga named Smino, but she playing
Yeah.
like Gambino, childish. Like why you got to be childish when I'm trying to just chill and you
Chill.
being over here
Yeah.
childish? You know, so like that was the whole thing, yeah.
Yeah, man. It was just very clever to me. Very, very clever.
No, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. And since you kind of already went over the second verse, what was the meaning behind this song right?
Um, behind which one? Sorry, you kind of broke up there. Okay.
Oh, my bad. Vibe.
Oh, vibe. Okay, got you. So the whole meaning of vibe was, to be honest with you, that was the first song that I wrote when I first hopped out, 2 years, 3 years ago into the scene.
Okay.
I had a song called Voices, and that was it. So I needed like a follow up song. I needed some more songs, and then I
Mhm.
made Vibe, and I started performing it everywhere, and noticed everyone really, really, really fell in love with it. And I was like,
Yeah.
yo, this is dope. And I even had people tell me like, yo, this is a hit, this is a hit. I had like the comedian, what's his name, Mikey P. He he even told me, he was like, yo, this is a hard song, bro. And I was like, thanks.
Yeah.
And then little did you know, 2 3 years later, that's a whole different beat now. My engineer actually reproduced it, engineered it,
Right.
everything differently, and bro, we made it more of a hit than it was. And I didn't expect it to be like that, but
Hmm.
the initial version is just vibe with like that's it. It's literally
Yeah.
just like just that's it, the whole song. But this
Okay.
one, I'm trying to get, slight, bridges and and hooks and all that stuff and so
Yeah, I
I was
got
like,
you.
okay, you feel me? So I was like, okay, so
Yeah.
how can I make this into like a bridge? And then that's when I was like, well, just try to sing it. And then it's just, I don't like it's just just like vibe with me. At first it was just vibe with, and my homie was
Right.
like, yo, now you could throw in vibe back there for the OGs. So the
Yeah, man.
whole point, yeah. So like the whole point of the song is really just to kind of bring people back who actually been following me like for a minute, like going out to shows, whatever. So that's the whole point of the song, and it just allows people to literally vibe. Like who can't vibe to a
Yeah,
song called Vibe?
exactly. I was at every artist that I bring up, probably except my last one for I guess obvious reasons when I say this, is find a song that I can smoke to. And this one I smoked to. And it was
Oh
just
man,
vibe. I get what is it? I was rolling down the street, had my windows down. I just picked up my daughter, had the sunroof open, and I was blasting this song and I was just driving like I was getting
yeah,
after it. But
that's awesome,
what I
man.
got from this, yeah, man, what I got from the song, you showed some humility in the song, but you were still in there snapping. You're like very, very confident. And but it was what I got from it was like you kind of telling your story of where you came from and where you've been now, well, where you are now, and just the progression of where your career is headed is crazy. And it's an amazing, like I'm saying, it's really amazing to watch someone who really came from the bottom and like the progression is slowly going up. It's crazy to see, and I know it's probably crazy for you to just experience.
It is, bro, because like I still wake up every day. Like, don't get me wrong, like I love the accolades, I love the stuff, like, but I'm always like back in grind mode. Okay, so uh, what's next? Like, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I got this coming, this coming. So it's like, I definitely always stay hungry and I stay humble because there's somebody, a lot of people don't think about it like this, but
Right.
like again, Jay-Z even said it. He was like, yo, there's some kid out there getting a bowl of Apple Jacks, he
Yeah.
pouring that cereal right there, and he
Hmm.
writing he writing.
Yeah.
I don't want no problems with him. I just want to sign him. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
that's how I always think. I'm like, yo, I know that there's a kid who's hungrier than I was when I started. I
Yeah.
know he's just right. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Yeah.
I need to always be on my shit, you feel me? Because those kids are gonna be the ones that's gonna come and really like define what this culture of hip hop or music in general is. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
it's gonna be stories of their generation, not really ours anymore. So you gotta stay on your toes.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And that part is in one of my favorite artists' songs, and I can't think of it. I know it's a J. Cole song, and I just can't think of it. Yeah, it will eventually come to me, but that's why I just had flashbacks too. But let's go dive in this song. We can really, really vibe to this song.
Just vibe with a nigga like. Yep, just ride with a nigga like. Yeah. Vibe with me, yeah, just ride with me, yeah, don't lie on me, yeah, just vibe with me, vibe with me, yeah, just ride with me, yeah, don't lie on me, yeah, just vibe with me, vibe with me, yeah, just ride with me, yeah, don't lie on me, yeah, just vibe with me, vibe with me, yeah, just ride with me, yeah, don't lie on me, yeah, just vibe with me. Vibe with me, yeah, just ride with me, yeah, don't lie on me, yeah, just vibe with me, vibe with me, vibe with a nigga like, I want you to listen, ride with a nigga like, don't lie on me, yeah, just vibe with me. I don't really talk, less spoken to. I keep it low and then I stick and move. I try to be the voice of reason, but the way I see it, they do not receive it. Living my life and I hope it ends well. The way I be living, I really can't tell. Claim to be Christian, but party in hell. All of my demons be trying to excel. Inhale the grit and I exhale the good. I cannot tell him that I am not hood. Women be tripping like who is that guy? He does not talk to me, I don't know why. Girl, it ain't you, what's the truth, I be shy. Not to mention that I'm living my life. I gotta take a couple L's on my own. Basically, this is my story untold. Kinda like Cole. How could it be that I never could see my potential really getting bigger than me? Now everybody really listening to me, it's a blessing. Everybody messing with me. They hated to see what I will grow to be. I grew to be something that they couldn't see. My vision be 2020 on the beat until the day I DIE, and that's on me. Yeah, vibe with me, yeah, just ride with me, yeah, don't lie on me, yeah, just vibe with me, yeah, just ride with me, yeah, don't lie on me, yeah, just vibe with me, yeah, just ride with me, yeah, don't lie on me, yeah, just vibe with me, yeah, just ride with me, yeah, don't lie on me, yeah, just vibe with me, yeah, just ride with me, yeah, don't lie on me, yeah, just vibe with me. In retrospect, when I think about it, this is a funny ass story. Just ride with me, yeah, don't lie on me, yeah, just vibe with me. Boy, I wish you knew what I was getting into. I had a little bad thing that I call it the flu. I never once had love for nobody else, and she don't wanna love me, she about herself. Look, I don't really got time for the love hate, and so I had to make a move into my place. I guess I really found peace in my mind state, and that just really made sense in a clear way. We don't gotta fall straight, we just gotta move on. I'm talking about the days that we not strong. Everybody fall off, but this life ain't long. I gotta make it last before it's all gone. Immortalized in the song that I wrote, y'all. I got drawn by these installed. It's about time that I move like a U-Haul, and everybody up and down like a seesaw. I'm coming live from the belly of the streets. Everybody talk, but I say talk cheap. So I gotta move militant with my feet, but my heart talk a lot when I vibe with the beat. Open my soul and I let it all go. Planting my seed in the hopes it will grow. Manifestation I'm trying to control. See, some of y'all get it and some of y'all won't. Vibe with me, yeah, just ride with me, yeah, don't lie on me, yeah, just vibe with me, vibe with me.
Man,
Man,
This
joint,
one might have to take over where you've been at.
man, that's a good one too. I ain't gonna lie, man. Yeah, that that whole just like song. It's crazy because like that song too is one of the ones that's like 2 3 years old.
Dang, that's crazy
And
because it really just doesn't sound. It sounds fresh, new. It's like honestly refreshing.
no, I appreciate that, man. That was actually produced and engineered by my boy Noise, super
Okay.
dope cat. So Noise is the one that engineered the whole project, but he told me, he's like, bro, can I get a little production on your project, man? I was like, yeah, of course, like, of course. And then
Right.
he went ahead and bro, he man warlocked that beat, he
Yeah.
that beat, and then he killed the shit out the vocals. I was like, oh, bro, like this is dope. So we
Yeah.
finally got like our version though, to where it's ours and not a YouTube version or something.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. On what was it? Right in the beginning of the second verse, you say something about a story. What's the story? You ain't gotta say no names though.
Nah, it's just the ex of mine.
Oh, okay.
Honestly,
Like,
after me and her split, it was like, oh man, like at least like a whole project came out of her. Like,
no.
bro, I was hurting, but
Man, as long
uh,
as the project, it really doesn't matter where he gets that inspiration from. Think about Usher Confessions. That album to me
facts,
is a classic, and you know where that came
classic,
from.
facts. So
Yeah.
I feel that. I feel that.
Like in here, you said, I gotta drive while these other install. It's about time I start moving like a U-Haul and everybody up and down like a seesaw. There was another line I was like, ooh, oh, that's just that first bar. I gotta drive while these other install. I was like, oh, just another one, spazzing out.
And yeah, and like honestly, man, like that's where a lot of my bars are, like bars about, like just having drive, like I try to capitalize off of stuff, so like if I
Yeah, yeah,
say a bar about drive, I'm gonna try to find every way to utilize that. But that's really where the whole hustle comes from, like there's so many of these cats that don't have the hustle, like they don't, but they want the hustle rewards, but they
yeah.
don't but they don't want to hustle, so
Don't work that way. Just let them know it
they
don't work
don't.
that way. I wish it did, but it don't.
It don't. You definitely got to work for everything that you want, man. Especially in this industry and life in general. Like, especially like the way that I'm trying to do it. Like, I'm not just trying to just rap to. Nah, I'm trying to feed my like feed your kids
Yeah,
with with these catalogs, and actually like give great music to people, and like making timeless music. That's really what it is. Making
yeah.
undeniably great timeless music.
Exactly. And what is it? You had another line in here: "Open my soul and let it go. Planted my seed in hopes that it will grow, manifest it, and I'm trying to control. See, some of y'all get it, and some of y'all won't. What you mean by that?
Yeah.
What you mean by that?
So
I didn't get it. So tell me.
no, no, of course, I got you. So open my soul and I let it all go. That's just me, opening my heart to the pen, and actually just writing.
Yeah.
I planted my seed in the hopes it will grow. Just like I've been planning manifestations. So that's where the
Mhm.
next line, manifestation, I'm trying to control. I'm trying to
Got it.
control my manifestations by planting these seeds that I've been doing. Some of y'all get it and some of y'all won't. Now the ones that don't get it, it's not
Mhm.
because it's not the analogy. You won't get it because when I first started 3 years ago, I was supposed to drop a project, and my
Okay.
album was supposed to be named Manifest, and I have a whole album cover and everything done already. Like it's like 3 years
Okay.
old, and it was called Manifest, and everyone was ready for Manifest, so that was going to be the project name. So that's
Got
why I
it.
say some of y'all get it and some of y'all won't. But it's all seeds growing manifestations. Some of y'all get it, some
Right.
of y'all won't. The whole thing.
Okay, I felt like it was a more meaning behind that, and now I get the meaning. Now the other people, now they get it.
Mm-hmm.
Like now they get it. But
And not to mention, there's some people that don't even know what manifestation is. So like, some people get it, some people don't. My whole career has been manifested like that. That's why No, like legit. I try to tell people like
Mhm.
there's extreme power in your words. There's extreme power in your energy that you give off. There's extreme power in what you say. Like,
Big facts.
bruh, my whole career so far, if I'm being dead honest with you, majority
Mhm.
of it has been manifested, prayed for, such. Like it's proper planned, like since the get go, like everything.
Right.
So
You weren't
that's
just
why I tell
winging it.
people I wasn't winking it, bro. That's why I'm telling people, man, like always watch what you say and speak into your life because whether it's good or bad, it can come true. You have to control it.
Right. There was a saying, and I can't remember who said this saying, but it was about pretty much like accomplishing your goals, and it was like someone who says they don't, and someone said they. Well, no, this goes when someone says they can't and when someone says they can, are you both usually right? And it's pretty much saying like if you think you can't do something, you're not going to do it. But if you put in that mindset of like, yeah, I can do this, I can get after it, that's what you're pretty much going to do. You're going to have that drive. So what you speak is honestly your existence. You know what I mean? And so
No, I fully agree with that.
yeah, man. So do you got any events, some shows, future projects people should be waiting? Because I'm waiting.
Well, I do got some. So I want to throw the date out there. I'm still gonna get the flyer to you guys, but there is a show. Just for the sake of you being, I already know you probably gonna be packed up, but we do have a show. It's gonna be at this place called Starbase next month.
Okay.
I don't have it. The date I do have, but like I said, I don't want to give it out to y'all
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
not be official. But in May, do look out for some shows for me. I might have a couple features coming. I got a couple brand partnerships coming with some pretty dope brands and stuff in the city
That's
and
what's
some other
up.
stuff with that. So yeah, man, we got like some just kind of more than just the music, but still focusing on the music as well.
Hmm.
But yeah, that show is definitely going to be a show that y'all are going to want to come to. It's going to be at a place called Starbase
Yeah,
out here in Vegas, and it's a really dope spot. It's only going to be $10, and when I tell you, I'm gonna have a band with me. The
oh,
other the
okay.
the other acts are gonna have a band. Oh man, it's gonna be crazy. Y'all should definitely pull through. Like I said, it's only $10, but if I do know that I have a lot of people, from high school and stuff like that, that have been meaning to come out and come see me. If this is your, like that's you, come out because this is going to be the show for sure. Like I said, I'll slide you the flyer when it comes out, and you can, do
Yeah,
whatever with it.
do
But
that so I can promote it on my channel and all my social media platforms. But yeah, people should most definitely check you out because you nice with it. I would love to go down there, but me living in Colorado it might be a little difficult. Plane
yeah,
tickets aren't nice right now.
that's going to be a couple hours, a few hours.
Oh yeah, yeah. But I still got family there that I can still go visit. But wish I could really, really make it, man. I can only imagine how lit your show will be.
Nah, I appreciate that. I mean, honestly, that's what we're trying to do is like branch out too. So you never know. I might find my way
Right.
over into Colorado one day. You know what I'm saying? And boom, you come out. So I
Oh
got
yeah,
you.
big facts. Big facts. I'd love to come out, show my support and just vibe with you.
But,
You know what I mean?
but,
Pun
but.
intended. But yeah. But man, you gave me like an hour of your time, man. Is there any final thoughts that you got?
Man, I just want to honestly thank everyone. If you ever listened to me, if you ever said you could do this, if you ever messaged me and said, "Hey, like, thank you for making the song," I really do
Right.
appreciate you. I don't know who's out there listening right now, but it's just one of those things you never know. Um, just keep doing it, So you keep inspiring me, bro, because I definitely see what you're doing and you're growing with wanting to get to know us artists and like actually go beyond just like the just the bare minimal, like you're actually trying
Right.
to peel back the layers and actually get behind these lyrics, and like that means a lot to me personally because like we spend so long just trying to create these lyrics and perfect them and come out with them. So for your
Right.
podcast to actually like be a platform to come through and do that, mad love, man. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate that, man. But yeah, that's pretty much the whole point of the platform. A lot of people overlook the lyrics, and I just want to dive into the lyrics. I'm a very lyrical man, and I like looking at lyrics and like wordplay, metaphors, similes, versifications, hyperboles, all that. Like I care about, and I try to find them in lyrics, and definitely find all those things in your lyrics. And I really do appreciate you and you giving me your time and all the other fun stuff, man. I really greatly appreciate it. But
Nah, I appreciate
we
you, man. I appreciate you.
yeah, man. But we're gonna get out of here. Like, comment, subscribe to Lyrical Minds. Until next time, deuces.